video is going to be on this dark purplish halo eye. I used the Just Peachy matte palette to create this look. And I also used the ColourPop Golden State of Mind palette right here just for the lid shade and the inner corner because the Just Peachy palette is all mattes. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then keep watching. So I've already placed some concealer onto my lids just so that we have a nice even base. And I'm going to take this light bone shade in the Just Peachy Mattes palette. And I'm just going to put that all over the whole lid, right up to my brow bone. Just going to grab a little bit of Scotch tape and place this right along my lower lash line, going up to my brow. And I'm going to take Just Peachy right here. We're going to place this all in the crease. Now that I've really built up that Just Peachy color, I'm going to take Peach Punch right beside it. It's a very bright pink. It's more on the peach side, but it's a very bright pink. On the same brush, I'm just going to throw that into the crease as well. Trying to keep it a little bit lower, but I am going over that first transition shade. And I'm bringing this Peach Punch shade all the way to the tape. And then bringing it into the inner corner. So I just turned the brightness of my ring light down so that hopefully the colors will show up more true to color, because I was noticing that I was looking really washed out in the monitor and the shadow was also looking a lot lighter than it actually is. I want you guys to see that it's actually a very pigmented, like dark peachy pink at this point, just so that you can see how much I'm really building up these colors. I hope that this isn't going to be too dark, but I think it's actually perfect. The backdrop looks a little bit darker, but my face should be okay. Now I'm going to switch to a smaller crease brush and I'm going to take Peach Sangria down here. It's like a fuchsia magenta color. And I'm going to place this in the crease below those first two shades. And I'm bringing it from outer corner all the way to inner corner. I'm going to keep this shade lower than the first two. Really focusing on getting that outer corner where the edge of the tape is, so that when I peel off the tape, you'll get a nice crisp line. If there's not enough shadow there, then you won't get that same line. So make sure you're building it up in that corner. Now with that same brush, I'm going to take Peach Tart right here. It's like a medium dark brown. And I'm going to place this right over top of Peach Sangria, bringing it from inner to outer corner. And now just taking a small little dome brush like this, I'm going to go into Chocolate Dipped, the dark brown in the palette, and pack this starting at the outer corner, right up against the lash line at the edge of the tape. And once I've blended that out, like sideways towards the center of my eye, then with whatever's left over, I'll start to blend it into the crease, just so that it blends in with the other colors nicely. If you get a harsh line, you can just go back to the previous crease brush, and just lightly go over everything. I'm keeping this chocolate dipped color pretty much only on my lid, and I'm going to stop at the crease. By the time it gets to the crease, I want it to fade really nicely into the other colors, so I'm going to grab my crease brush. There's a hair. So now that I've built up chocolate dip, I'm going to take some concealer on a little concealer brush, and I'm going to just carve out the center of the lid. Okay, so now that it pretty much just looks like a cut crease, I put the concealer pretty much all over my lid. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry, just tap out these edges so that they're not too harsh. And I'm going to take that small little dome brush and I'm going to start bringing in this color on the outer edges. I'm going to take Chocolate Dipped and I'm just going to feather this in towards the center. Also take it in the inner corner. And when there's very little product on my brush after I've blended out the inner and outer corner, I'm just going to really lightly go over the top edge of the concealer. Not too much, just a little. For the center of the lid shade, I'm going to take my ColourPop Golden State of Mind palette. I'm going to go into this gold shade right in the corner right here. Before I apply that, I'm just going to wet my brush. First thing I do is clean up the crease right here, get a nice precise line. I'm going to take Peach Sangria right here, and I'm going to press this along the edge of where I put that center of the lid shade, just so that it gives the eye a little bit more of dimension. And then go back in with that little dome brush and take some more of Chocolate Dipped, just to deepen it up. So this is where I'll go back and forth in between all these shades. I'm gonna go back into that same ColourPop shade. It's called Golden Egg, and I'm going to just intensify right down the middle and lightly tap over where I put the Peach Sangria, just so that it's blended really nice. It's funny because it looks gold in the pan, but when it's on my eye, it actually looks more silver than anything. It's like a pinky silver. I'm just going to peel off this tape. For lashes, I'm going to use these guys. I've been using for my last few videos. And I'm just going to prep my lashes with some mascara. This is the Benefit Roller Lash. Alright, pop these lashes on. Just use my little lash applicator to squeeze them with my real lashes. Oh my god, everything is such a struggle today. My hands are super shaky. I have no idea why. It's probably the wrong day to do this dramatic AF halo eye. I'm just going to put some mascara on these lashes just to intensify them a little bit. I'm mainly just putting it on the tips. I'm just going to grab a Q-tip and clean up the inner corner so that I can put a light color in there. So I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera, and I'll be right back to do the lower lash line and finish off this look. Okay, so I just finished off my base. I actually filmed my foundation routine for this because I did do a demo of the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation. So I'll be posting, I don't know which video I'll be posting first, but I'll probably do this one first and then the Marc Jacobs after that. Before I touch up my brows, I just want to do the brow bone highlight so that I can see exactly where I have to fill in with my brows. I'm just going to take Peach Meringue here in the palette, place that right under the arch of my brow. Just grabbing some soap on my spoolie, set these brows in place. So to finish off the lower lash line, I'm going to make it pretty dark and smoky as well, just because we have so much going on the top of the lid that it has to have like a nice balance. So I'm going to start with Peach Sangria on a little pencil brush. I'm going to run this right along the lash line. And taking that same pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the darkest shade, Chocolate Dipped, and I'm going to put this right up against the lash line. And to highlight the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to take Golden Egg again, the same shade that I put on my lid from the ColourPop palette, and I'm just going to tap this into the inner corner. And if you ever take it too far when you're smoking out your lower lash line, just take your beauty blender with whatever concealer that's left over on the beauty blender, just kind of lightly go over the edge of that and you'll be able to clean it up. Okay, now I'm just going to add mascara to the lower lash line. And for lips, I'm going in with MAC WHIRL. And I'm going to take this MAC VIVA GLAM. It's just a nude. And that wraps up this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.